The unthinkable may be inches from happening. Team Twitch down 1-3. Pulled a win in game number 5 to bring the series to 2-3 as we head into game number 6. However, these are companies with employees as their players. So the Team 6 guys could not attend the original scheduled playing date. Therefore, Twitch and Raytheon together elected to play the ace match in game number 6. For any of you who don't know what the ace match is, it means that on the fly, in the moment, you get to send out whomever you want on your team. Very often the best player. So down in the bottom left, we have a man who we have already seen once today from Team Twitch. It is Golf, who I believe was not Protoss when we last saw him, right? Up in the top right, he was Zerg when we last saw him from Team Raytheon. He's what everyone always looks forward to. It is Boobs. Golf throwing down a pylon at the front. Overlord hatches. Going straight up to 12, beginning that scout. Looks like we are going to be seeing an expand out of Team Twitch to start things off. The map is going to be Daybreak. Could be a swift game. There's a lot of all-ins that are very difficult for Protoss to deal with. This is a big, wide open area, and there's no ramp nearby, not on something like Akalon Wastes. No Baneling all-ins, Roach all-ins, all very common, all very potent and strong and difficult to defend. So we see Golf trying to get a little bit of scouting out and about, but here's the thing. 2 minutes is when a 14 or 15 pool goes down. That's when you look for the sign. Ah, okay, so that means that there's no possibility of an expansion till around 2:45. Boobs is going to go ahead and just work his way over to the front expansion and say, hey Protoss, you see what that feels like? It feels terrible. Who doesn't like having the expansion block? Well, Zerg doesn't like having the expansion block. Forge going down. I feel like you can sneak your way through there, can't you? Still trying to kill off this drone. Here's the 245 expand mark. Looks like he'll be heading all the way down to the third base. Very transparent play coming out of Zerg right now. If you're a Protoss player, you know exactly what the Zerg player is going to be capable and incapable of. There is now only one more cheese remaining that the Protoss player has to scout for. A 4-minute and 15-second gas geyser would indicate that there's going to be some sort of speed ling, speed bane ling, all in, some sort of thing like that. But if you can just briefly check in there for the gas, you're going to be in good shape. You're going to have a good time. In this position, there are a lot of holes in this entrance. Golf doing his best to wall off. I get the sense that Golf is a random player. Anyone in the chat, a follower of Team Twitch, have any idea if he plays random? I would love to know. Twitch TV's Golf. Gonna scout down, see a base. Ah, what a relief. This is a huge assistance boost. This is a huge confidence gainer. Because now at this point in time, you get the opportunity to know, yeah, my opponent's probably going for that 3 hatch. There's not really gonna be any all-ins. Again, there's the 3 hatch. Oh, Golf plays Protoss. I guess I was mistaken. There is the 3 hatch play. We can follow that on up with the Ling Bane Ling Bust, but we've already passed that timing window. There ain't going to be no cheeses coming up. It's going to be all macro all the time. Golf going on a loop-de-loop-de-roo. Golf now moving up to the top side. He's going to be able to cut back down up into the main base. Boobs. Getting up his 3rd hatchery. Getting up his additional queen. A Zealot coming out from Golf. Golf's a little bit low on the probe count at this point in time. Needs to begin stockpiling that on up. Golf, as he heads down into his base, he's getting that opportunity to begin planning out his tech patterns. Interesting choice from Golf, going for that Zealot before the Cybernetics core. He can apply quite a bit of swift pressure, but this is at the cost of follow-up pressure. He's not really going to be able to do anything magnificent with his Cybernetics core tech. Generally, you want that done by 540. Golf moving out with his first Zealot. He knows that this Expo was the last to go down, so there's not a lot of creep joining these 2 bases, so the Zealot actually poses quite a bit of a threat. 6-minute double gas from Boobs. Drones only at 23, now down to 22. Needs to hold that D button. He's got to hold the D button. He needs the D button to be held. Hold it! Hit the D button. Okay, good. Boobs now throwing down the spine crawler. It looks like Probe now going to get a chance to step on in there. A great scout. Oh my gosh, gets in there. And, oh, he needs to spot the geysers. Spot the geysers, Golf. Spot the geysers. No! He got into the corner. And it looks like Golf now throwing down all of... Ooh, a Stargate now is going to be the follow-up choice from Golf. The Void Ray, or actually all Stargate tech, is a lot more stable, requires a lot less surprise and micro. Phoenix is with that range 5. The Void Rays do so much damage as an army composition. Golf just setting himself up for a nice, long, juicy macro toss game. Boobs just getting up the basic defense. The Roach Warren coming up. We haven't seen any Geysers 3 or 4 go down yet. Generally, Geyser 3 goes down with a layer, and then Geyser 4 comes shortly thereafter. So, Boobs, ooh, getting the pneumatized carapace going. Oh, what are you doing here, Zerg? And then he's going to go ahead and swing in there and stop being Kermit the Frog, because everyone knows Muppets don't have the APM necessary to take wins in game-deciding matches. That is right. As we see the other gateways go down, Golf has to remember that if he loses it, Team Twitch is eliminated and out. And Team Raytheon will advance to the Grand Finals to go up against the winner of NetSuite and Yelp. Golf now beginning to pick off an Overlord, and we see, oh, spore, 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 more spores, all the spores. So many freaking spores. Another spore, 3 spores there, 2 spores here. 1 spore here. A layer finally going down at 855. Excellent move by Golf, taking that expansion in the meantime. Warp gate nearing completion. Looks like Phoenix number 1 going out. He will be soon joined by Phoenix number 2. There's the extra geysers going up for Boobs. Can begin getting some more geysers down here. Could transition into Hydras and just do a big counter swing with the speedy Hydras. Oh, Golf spots yet another off-position, off-put Overlord. Look at the range on those Phoenixes. Needs to get out of the way, and he will be able to evict. A little bit of pressure. What does that even mean? Golf now taking Photon Cannon. Make a nice little pylon wall. Robo coming up, an essential transitional piece. He needs to get up the Colossus, because if his opponent gets too many Hydras, he's just gonna frickin' lose. The Zealot cannot hold. When has he even able to? Creep spread continuing from Boobs, making sure that that third base is not as vulnerable. Speed coming up. Queen, queen, queen. Infestation pit. But yet again, Robo Facility, the essential transitional component to allow him to get up the Colossus, because with the Colossus up, he can get the damage out needed done on the things that could death him soon. Armor incoming. All the Nexi rallied to the third base. Stalkers coming up, trying to find if there's anything that he can shoot. And shoot he shall find things he can. I'm having a lot of fun with creative syntax and sentence construction. Stargate's actually stopped with the Phoenix production, halting at 2. He's lost 1, and is continuing to scout out and about and to boot in all ways, shapes, and forms. He's doing the patrolling, checking for anything that could be incoming. And, I mean, if you're Boobs, you might be saying to yourself, well, I wanted to get up things that were anti-Phoenix, but I don't see any Phoenix anymore. So he's going to try to one-up, get the Spire up to pick off the low amount of Colossi with some Corruptors and really bolster his ground. The big thing that I'm slightly worried about for Boobs is that he's got no upgrades. 0-0 Lings, 0-0 Roaches, and we're seeing that 1-1 is getting close to done. A second Robo Bay, and 2 probes there to praise it. You see the Robotics Bay is done. Colossus getting chronoed out, up at the third base. Wow, Golf is looking strong. His worker count at 76. Golf now getting the Twilight Council to continue to get those upgrades. Golf looks so good. He's holding himself in defensive posturing. He even has a forward observer to make sure that nothing's going to sneak up on him without him knowing about it. At this point in time, Golf will pick off this Overlord with ease. Boobs trying to spot if there's anything juicy at the back. Nope, nothing. Not in the slightest. Everything is tucked neatly away up in this main base. The Phoenix spotting everything, sees, oh, alright, well, nothing too scary at this point in time. What a clever play. He's seen his opponent halt the Phoenix production, so what does he do? He starts getting mass Mutalisks, but it looks like a second Phoenix was in store for Golf. He's decided he, wants to get a little bit more of that air control. Uh-oh, Stalker's coming in. Blink, +1 shields. Locust incoming. 9 more Mutalisks. 14 will soon be up to 23. Golf just wanted to have another scout, and he's gonna run into... Oh, he sees him! Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge. No! Boobs is pulling back. He's trying to regroup to deal with the Phoenix, and now we see a good old line of photon cannons coming on up. Golf needs to get the defenses up. He needs to get up the D. Phoenix is trying to be chrono boosted out. An attempted target fire on the Colossus yields a dead Colossus, and it looks like all of those Mutalisks are now on the run. The Mothership Core out in the middle of nowhere. Boobs looks like he's spotted it. He's gonna go and try to attack it. This is gonna be recalled very quickly. Get out of there! Get out of there! Get out of there! He doesn't get out of there. Mothership Core is dead. 8 swarm hosts in production. Line of cannons being produced. Wow, Stargate with Fleet Beacon instantly down. He wants to get those anion pulse crystals, and yeah, I do know the name. That's the range upgrade for Phoenixes. He wants to be sure to have all the answers he needs to thwart the seemingly infinite Mutalisk force. Up to 21. Most mathematicians have never counted that high before. Blink, almost done. 111 upgrades are out. Likely going to follow that up. That +2 attack. Oh, Zealot warping. Let's try to do a little bit of counterattack. And this is going to be very nice against the composition that Boobs is pulling out. Against Swarm Host. Oh, there's the anion pulse crystals coming up. More Phoenixes in production. Zealots are going to run into the worst experience of their lives. A Zealot surround Mutalisks up in the main base. Uh-oh, looks like, one of the Phoenixes falls. The Phoenix count is at 4 against 20 Mutalisks. He's trying to cut him. He's trying to be the Blade Man. The Phoenixes with the Shank air missiles. Leave a couple of bloody holes in the abdomens of those Mutalisks, but they will return to fight another day. Attempted rebuild on that pylon. Uh-oh, Swarm Hose. This is not looking good for Team Twitch. Golf is looking to be in a heinous position. He's lost another Phoenix. A lot of Blink Stalkers are on the map, but he needs to blink in there. He needs to get in there. Mothership Core coming up. Those Locusts are coming by the baker's dozen and a half. What? More Phoenixes trying to be chronoed out. 2 in production at every moment, but now all the Mutalisks are in the ideal spot, and it looks like Golf has managed to stop the engagement up at that top side, but now it's all going to be down to Micro. Can Anion, Pulse, Crystal, Shank, Phoenix be enough? Slowly taking this out. Golf. 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 Oh my god. Golf's controlling very well. The Mutalisk count is actually down. It's down to 13. Has he found the Swarm Hosts? The Swarm Hosts are hiding up behind the smoke. You can't find me. I'm both burrowed and behind smoke. Oh, double hidden. But not double hidden well enough. Uh-oh. Looks like Golf has managed to find himself some juicy lifts. It's the main base where I think he should be really worried right now. We're seeing a lot of those Phoenixes trying to deflect in the main. These Swarm Hosts falling down in the main base. Boobs making a lot of progress. But it looks like Golf has elected to pull back for now. Still 67 probes out on the map. This Phoenix is dealing so much damage down to just 10 mutas. Where are the rest of those Phoenixes, man? 3 of them are there. Recall. Back to the main. Oh my god, he only recalled himself and the 2 observers. Oh, preemptive recall. Get a Warman. And now all these 3 Phoenixes are going to be the only things that keep the main base of Golf alive. The Mothership Core dies, rightfully so. We got to replace it with a better, newer Mothership Core. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Mutalisk threat has been thwarted. Golf. Taking another expansion, playing quite calmly. Doesn't have a lot powered up in his base, but that's fine. It looks a lot like my city in SimCity. Golf also being pretty proactive about checking for the expansions, and look at this. Boobs has essentially just still been on these 3 bases. He's at 19 swarm hosts. That is a very difficult amount of swarm hosts to deal with, but the Colossus count is starting to climb back up. More Zealots on the up and up. These Corruptors are going to be a real problem. They will annihilate the Colossus. Is there a hive up? No. Oh, Bubes. Bubes. It's looking to be in fairly good position, but I don't know. Golf looks like he might be able to pull this off. These are the 2 best players on their respective teams. Wall of cannons going down. Bubes getting ready to reburrow. Golf. Oh my gosh. The Locusts are going to go this way. The army's going to assault from the other side. The Zealots are still alive. More Zealots there. Oh my god. Oh my god, Golf. Golf has caught this at the bad angle. Bubes. Bubes. Not in a good position. He needs to target fire. He needs to target fire the Observer. He needs to target fire the Observer, but no, he's going for the Colossus, and that means that the Swarm Host army, Team Twitch, oh my god, Golf has taken out, has absolutely annihilated, obliterated, defaced the property and the face of all of those Swarm Hosts. The counterattack down at the 3rd means that Golf from Team Twitch looks like he may very well be marking down a win for his team. Get in there, Blink. Get Blunk. Blunk him up. Wow, so many Swarm Hosts. 11 out, 6 more in production. Those are gonna get, they're gonna get all up Blunk on. He's gonna blink right up on him. It happened. Golf actually locates just a completely undefended expansion. Now it looks like there's double Void Ray coming up. He's making use of those Stargates that he had to make a lot earlier. He wants to pick off those Corruptors. He wants to make sure that he never has problems with detection ever again. 15 Swarm Hosts out right now. Oh my gosh, and immediately annihilated. The 2 Void Rays are already out. There's a 3rd one back home. What a turnaround. What a turnaround, Zerg. With 5,000 in the bank, but close to max, trying to keep as much supply in those Swarm Hosts as possible. And Boobs tries to move forward. Oh no, we'll lose a couple. Nope. So far, so good. Swarm Host beginning to work forward with those Locusts, dealing a lot of damage to that initial line of Zealots. All the Swarm Hosts are soon going to have another Locust round, but is it going to be enough to keep this expansion alive? Boobs starting to lose a lot of those Corruptors, Oracles, Void Rays, everything being produced. The Locust army making its way down south, but I think the expansion might fall. The drone count is being knocked down one at a time by this pair of Zealots. A fleet of Observers makes their way forward. The Void Rays, oh my god, Golf. He takes it down! Boobs tries to move forward to pick off some of those Observers. Does he actually get them? He gets all but one. The sole remaining Observer is still catching up. More of these Stalkers moving out. One Swarm Host a little bit lost. Cannons there, more than able to amply defend. A big old Swarm Host army begins to move down. Might be the worst possible time. And I think Golf may very well just pull back and try to blink directly on top of those Swarm Hosts. He's decided to engage. Units lost tab shows that Protoss has actually lost a little bit more, but has really done the necessary damage to be ahead in this game, this top expansion. Undefended. But that's okay in this spot. This really, really, really slow army from Bubes. Now, if Bubes can move up to the top side, burrow, and begin applying pressure to this top base, he could begin doing a little bit of chipping damage that he needs, but this is a smart move from Golf. It's maneuverability that he needs against a Swarm Host. He needs to be able to sneak in behind them and pick them off, and opening up that center debris is the exact way to do it. More Stalkers being warped in, +3 almost on the way. Uh-oh. 2-1-1 upgrades out. Void Rays are charging up. Looks like a lot of these Corruptors are going to try to swing in there and pick off the... no! And it looks like he will be able to get the... no, he's gonna get it, and he gets it. That means that he can swing in here. He can sneak up. 3 Observers. 3 Observers. He's gonna just blink past. He might just blink past. He might just blink past. Uh-oh. This is a very bad spot to be in if you are a swarm host. The count is being knocked down fast. 9 remain, 8 remain. They're getting ready to release the locusts. But an instant snap obliteration, annihilation, defacialization has occurred. Bubes gets eliminated. Boobs trying to make roaches, abandoning the plan to get all the swarm hosts up. These bases are still under constant duress from these counter-zealot warpins. And Golf from Team Twitch, his team is on the line. Oh my god, I think... Is this gonna go to a Game 7? This might be the first Game 7 I've casted this entire AHGL! Twitch TV's Golf! Intercepts all the corruptors! Golf! Golf! Oh my gosh, Golf was in a terrible spot, but with one key flank and a couple of great counter-zealot warp-ins, Golf has gotten the GG! We're gonna go on to a game number 7! Oh my gosh, Twitch TV was at 1-3. But then back-to-back-to-back wins ties the series up. And it's so important that I bring this up right now. That we just witnessed the ace match played in game number 6 rather than game number 7, which means who is playing in game number 7? Not the select choice number 1 ranked player on each team. No, this was the scheduled game 6 that was deferred. So the deciding match to determine who will advance to the semifinals is not necessarily the best players on either of these teams. I cannot wait to see what happened, guys. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to find out who is advancing to the finals of the AHGL StarCraft 2B League.